Let's try one more, Charlie. What about that guy?
3D Squelton is a rather depressed 3D rendered skeleton who wears green shorts and black socks. 3D Squelton believes that the entire world is full of hate and evil to the point of him sobbing all the time.
It's just that the world is so damn rotten. There is so much hate and evil.
The only thing that makes him happy are balloons. He also hates lies and usually speaks in third person. Alpha is the partner of Pim's sister. He wears an orange tank top with the word Alpha written on it. And although his face might tell you that he doesn't care about anything, this is actually not true, as he throws up in the middle of the table, most likely due to him being nervous. Amy Pimling is Pim's sister. You can tell that they are related due to their distinguishing different sized eyes. But unlike Pim, who doesn't have hair, she has blonde hair and blonde eyebrows. She enjoys scrolling through her phone and spending time with her partner Alpha. She seems to embody the bimbo stereotype based on her appearance and mannerisms. Also, Amy hates her brother Pim, like genuinely hates him.
Pim, I genuinely hate you. I have no love for you in any shape or form. Right, babe?
But she does love her partner Alpha. Bliblis are a species of critters, which is one of the 4 main categories of the creatures in the Smiling Friends universe. They are small, pink, and very energetic. Bliblis are also somewhat intelligent and regarded as pests, seeing as they can go on murderous rages. They like to reside inside the walls of buildings and build their nests there. Bosnian Homer is a bright green critter with a fat, rounded body and a stubble around his mouth. He's quite clumsy, and as we see later in the season, he has no regard for other people, seeing as he took a bite from Shrimp's body.
Dude, you just let that guy take a bite out of you. Why did you fight back?
Bug is an elongated yellow character that is best known for being the colleague of Mr. Frog from the famous Mr. Frog show. Some might say he's the one that carries the show.
I mean, thankfully I was the one who carried the show most of the time, but I did what had to be done. So, you know, I can't complain.
His only job is to get eaten by Mr. Frog. Charlie is one of 2 main protagonists of the show alongside Pim. He is yellow and with a big nose. Mostly seen wearing a hat, orange hoodie with a shirt underneath, as well as some dark blue pants with white sneakers. Charlie is more laid back and rational, with a slightly pessimistic viewpoint on life, which is surprising seeing as his only job is to make people smile.
Look, Pim, I know it's our job to help this guy and everything, but I think this guy's a lost cause. He's obviously made up his mind. Why don't we just cut our losses and get out of here?
He does tend to raise his voice and yell at certain moments, proving that he's also fairly impulsive.
Look, I told you, man, you need to get over her, okay? There's plenty more fish in the sea.
It seems also that he's cursed with bad luck, seeing as a lot of accidents happen to his family members, like his uncle crashing his car multiple times and his grandma being choked by a peanut.
Oh, yeah, you know, I had an uncle who killed an entire family in a gruesome drunk driving accident.
Crazy Cup is a character that wears a large cup-shaped costume along with some pink sneakers. He's a mascot on the famous Salty's restaurant. Crazy Cup battles an addiction to drugs, which causes him to squirt feces out of his ass and into his costume.
I happen to have a serious drug problem, which causes me to squirt out my ass into my costume. And the worst part of all is this thing takes 20 minutes to take off.
Dave is assumed to be the owner of Daveland, which is a massive popular theme park that is designed all around him. Yet very few people know or care about him. We do know, however, that he does care about Charlie, seeing as he attended Charlie's funeral when he died. He likes to wear a teal shirt and glasses. Desmond is the first client we ever see on the show, appearing in the very first episode called Desmond's Big Day Out. He's extremely depressed and lives on his mother's house, having experienced the loss of his dog and the abandonment of his wife and children.
My wife left me, my kids left me, my dog died from a broken heart last fall.
He also carries a gun which he points to himself at all times, until he undergoes a transition towards the end of the episode where he finally finds happiness by killing Bliblis.
That felt good.
He goes from a balding older man with a sad expression wearing a dirty polo shirt and boxers to a charismatic businessman wearing a suit with a passion for killing Bliblis. Desmond's mom appears in one episode where she is portrayed as an older woman with wrinkles and sharp nails. She wears a green colored dress with flower patterns as well as glasses and pink socks. She seems to be a sweet older mother that takes care of her child. The Force Demon is the main antagonist in the episode The Silly Halloween Special. He seems to be made partially out of wood with a dark brown bark for skin with long fingers and what seems to be branches on his head. The Force Demon's goals are unknown, but we do know that he likes to terrorize people as he did with Pim on that one episode. But also he's considerate and doesn't want to offend anybody as he tries to justify himself when everybody accuses him of wearing blackface.
Bro, please tell me that's not blackface.
Not cool, man.
No, you don't understand. I'm literally a forest demon from across the bridge.
At the end of the episode, he unfortunately passes away after he gets knocked out by Party Bro and eaten by the rest of the attendees of the Smiling Friends Halloween party. DJ Spit is an aspiring rapper who posts his music on SoundCloud. He is slim and long, but doesn't appear to have many fingers. He doesn't wear a shirt, but only blue pants and black shoes. DJ Spit is definitely not a stable person, as he's introduced talking to himself on the street, cursing to what we later know is grim and gnarly.
Knock your head up, man. I knock your head off. If you ever insomnia,
Look at
I
this
knock
guy.
your head off. Is a
He's extremely paranoid and hot-headed, as he points a gun at Charlie and Pim. Gleb is one of the 4 members of the Smiling Friends charity. He's small and green and wears a purple magician's hat. His exact job is really unknown, as he mostly spends his time sleeping and just doing whatever he feels like around the charity. Although we cannot understand what he says, we do know that he doesn't like to be bothered by anyone and would rather relax and watch videos on his iPad. Also, we know that he's a very talented actor, even replacing Mr. Frog at one point as the main character of the Mr. Frog show. Gleppy is Gleb's grandson. On the episode where Charlie dies and doesn't come back, he has his first and only appearance. He is innocent and friendly, being around 6 years old, who likes to listen to his grandfather Gleb tell him stories.
Oh, that was a wonderful story, Grandfather Gleb.
He wears a yellow hat, red shirt, and purple pants. God is another character in the show Smiling Friends. He is a giant that wears brown sandals and a gold toga. His face is revealed by just a bright light, and he seems to be a fair person who uses his power for good and for stopping the abuse of deals that might happen in the world.
A deal's a deal!
He also has the ability to bring people back from the dead. Nelly is Pim's cousin, who likes finger skateboarding, although he sort of forgot how to do tricks with it.
Yeah, I used to know how to do an ollie on it, but forgot.
He wears a yellow beanie and a black shirt with a fire emoji. Grease is a murderous mascot that killed his own boss, Mr. Salty. He's just a puddle of grease with eyes and a mouth. Although he might appear innocent and incapable of committing murder, it's revealed that later on in the episode, he is very much capable and does commit the murder of Mr. Salty via heart attack. Guy at the airport is an older looking man with cyan shoes, a shirt, and brown pants. He also seems to like jewelry, as he's seen sporting a watch and necklace.
We really need to be left alone.
Well, listen, you have a very good stay in Brazil, my friend, all right?
Thank
Brazil
you.
is a very good country.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, we love Brazil. Thank you.
Although appearing a little bit odd and forthcoming, he is innocent enough and just wants some cash and to welcome you to Brazil. Grim is one of 2 employees of the Frowning Friends, who owns a shop right across the street from Smiling Friends. He is similar to Pim, but wears a green jacket and jeans, showing his punk-like personality. He's extremely racist and wants to eradicate all Puerto Ricans.
And once that's done, we can finally eradicate all the Puerto Ricans on the planet!
That being said, he is very effective in his job and does manage to make a lot of people frown. However, he is later revealed to be a fraud, as he begs for his life when Mr. Boss threatens him with an AR-15, even peeing his pants. But he is killed by the Renaissance man shortly after he smiles for the first time. R.I.P. Grim. Jacob is a goblin from the Enchanted Forest. He is skinny and with a big nose. He doesn't wear anything besides a brown loincloth to hide his privates. Jacob is not really a good actor, as he is dismissed as soon as Rex the producer sees it.
Get out. Now.
Also, he is willing to reveal his gold simply by fetching him an amulet, an offer which Charlie ultimately refuses. Jason is the 18-year-old son of Mr. Boss. He is pink and doesn't appear to have any arms or legs. Despite this, he always wears a suit. Also, he really likes his father's breast milk.
No biting, okay?
Later he does transform, but we will deal with that when we make the characters of Season 2. Jennifer is a barista at a coffee shop. She is a beautiful human-shaped female with brunette hair in a ponytail, green eyes and freckles. She also recently came out of a relationship. However, that doesn't last long, as towards the end of the episode she ends up hooking with shrimp.
You're literally everything I've ever dreamed about.
She also is the love of Pim's life. However, Pim never tries to make a move on her, as he thinks he is Shrimp's ex-girlfriend. And also she might be from the south, seeing as she has a southern accent.
I like it. Reminds me of a little piece of spaghetti or something.
Jeremy is an inhabitant of hell, who is Charlie's only form of entertainment for the duration of his time in hell, which is supposed to be forever.
And this is Jeremy, your only form of hellish entertainment!
He is skinny, with withered wings and very long arms and legs, and also 3 equally long fingers on each arm. He is obnoxious, cowardly, and extremely annoying. He doesn't really know how to entertain very well, and only flares his arms in Charlie's face. He later does get punched by Charlie for doing this. When Satan straps Charlie, he takes this opportunity to punch Charlie in the face and get him back, even giving him a black eye. Alan is one of the 4 members of Smiling Friends, along with Gleb, Charlie, and Pim. He seems to be in charge of logistics and keeping the office safe and clean, rarely going on jobs with Charlie and Pim. He is tall and red and wears nothing but a blue tie. He seems to be easily influenced by money, however, as seen in the episode Frowning Friends, where he betrays his former charity for a better 401k.
Alan? Gleb?
They have a better 401k.
Despite this, he's known to be a trustworthy guy who can finish a job whenever you tell him to.
Yeah, bye.
Whatever.
Mip is firstly introduced as a friendly forest dwarf from the Enchanted Forest. He has short red curly hair with medieval clothing as well as a mandolin on his back. Initially he saves Charlie and Pim from a witch and they continue their quest together, up until the very last moment where Pim and Charlie accidentally kill him while fighting each other. At the end of the episode it's revealed that Mip is a stalker who doesn't leave the princess alone and even holds such resentment towards her that he made a bomb that he planned on giving it to the princess. He also keeps a variety of potions that help in the moment but have severe side effects. So Charlie, who tried this potion, became extremely sick after a while. Mr. Frog is a recurring character in The Smiling Friends, and even has an episode named after him. He's green, doesn't have a head, but a face and a mouth in his chest. He also wears brown pants. His show, The Mr. Frog Show, is the most popular one in the world and has made him a very rich man, so much so that a news anchor says that he is the richest and most powerful man alive.
And own 100% of it, arguably making Mr. Frog one of the richest and most powerful men on the planet.
Hello. He's a despicable character, being racist and generally a menace to be around, as well as addicted to drugs. Some major updates happened to him in the second season, but we'll have to wait for the second season video for that. Mr. Frog fanboy is a loyal fan to Mr. Frog and doesn't like the idea of him leaving the Mr. Frog show at all. He's even choked by Mr. Frog at one point and yet doesn't care at all and still continues to support him. He has a wrinkly face, wears glasses and a green Mr. Frog shirt. Mr. Man is a confusing character as he's his own person, yet he seems to shift into DJ Spit as well. He is not the same character as DJ Spit as they are seen in the same crowd together. Mr. Man suffers from constant head pain due to his head being shaped like a tooth.
Well, the shape of my head causes me constant mental anguish. Does it sound like I need cheering up?
He's also colored similarly to a tooth, having an off-white color and sporting a pink shirt. When Grimm proposed to eradicate all Puerto Ricans, we can see him cheering for this, insinuating that he might be racist as well.
I actually wanted to kill Puerto Ricans.
Party Bro is a tall, light-skinned man that wears a white shirt, purple pants and sandals. He also likes to vape and insult people, as we see him insulting Pim for being old and making him self-conscious about his age.
Why are you f***ing here, man? You're so old. Where's your wife? Go home to your family, dude.
That being said, in Pim's fantasy about Jennifer, Party Bro does marry Pim's daughter, so do with that information whatever you will. Pim Pimling is one of the two main characters of the show. He's pink with differently shaped eyes and likes to wear a white colored shirt, blue pants and black socks. He doesn't have any hair, as this is an exposed nerve ending.
Oh, this old thing? Yeah, it's actually just an exposed nerve ending, but thanks. Anyway.
And unlike his counterpart Charlie, he is more enthusiastic about his job and has a more optimistic view on the world. But sometimes he does show his true self, like in the episode with Enchanted Forest, where he becomes extremely jealous of Charlie and even starts a fight with him, resulting in Mip's death.
Yeah, Charlie knows how much I love the Enchanted Forest. Is he doing this on purpose?
Also, he loves kids.
I love helping kids. I love kids, Charlie. I love kids.
The Renaissance Men are a group of 5 men riding horses, wearing helmets, chainmail armor, and white mantles with red crosses, like the Knights Templar. They appear briefly on the show, but they do kill Grimm and Gnarly. Gnarly is the second employee of the Frowning Friends company, alongside Grimm. He's taller than Grimm, but like Grimm, he wears punk-like clothes.
So what do you guys even do? Shut up, man.
Just like Grimm, they are very good at their job, but unlike Grimm, he never breaks character. He stays bad all throughout until his untimely death by the Renaissance Man.
Right. Kinda cringe.
Satan is the main antagonist on the episode Charlie dies and doesn't come back. He's likely just as big as God, having very large horns and also equally big wings. Initially he's depressed because he doesn't find any fulfillment doing his job, which he never gets paid for, but Charlie manages to activate his rage and he starts to enjoy his job after that.
Are you seriously criticizing me?
Though he's fairly socially awkward, as we see him interacting with the delivery man.
I think it's just something to do with the way the address shows up in the app. I mean, you know, it's not a problem. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Also, he has a daughter, but we'll talk about that in the Season 2 video. Shrimp is a character who is ugly and depressed. He plays Musk West 2 all day until Charlie helps him get his life together, and towards the end of the episode he even finds a new girlfriend. He is unconfrontational and doesn't do well in social situations.
I am too scared of confrontation.
This hasn't stopped him from finding a new girlfriend as soon as he was done by his previous girlfriend, Shrimprina, which is more than I can say for you lot. Simon S. Salty is the owner of the restaurant Salty's. He's the victim of a crime where almost all of his employees had a hand on it. Truly, only grease killed him. He holds a grudge towards the FDA, who began cracking down on him 15 years ago. He is an eccentric yet charismatic businessman with a passion for fast food. Smormo was supposed to be the 5th Smiling Friends before his untimely death. He likes to dance and wears a pink shirt, yellow pants, and some very nice sneakers. Very little is known about his death. Squatter is a minor character who appears to be living in the Smiling Friends walls. He's suspicious and doesn't like people entering his personal space.
Yeah.
He just stays on the computer naked all day and does nothing besides yelling at people who enter his place and complain about people not respecting his privacy.
Yeah, not really your business though, is it?
Stephen Pimling is Pim's father, who we see twice in the show. Once when he is older, where it seems that his age has turned him into an angry person who complains about his work and people making noise.
I'm trying to watch the bloody television in here.
And another time when he is younger, where he kisses Pim in the mouth.
You kissed your dad in the mouth?
Witch is a green goblin-like creature that wears typical witch attire. She likes to steal people's hats and is a deceiving person. Her goal is to try and eat Pim and Charlie before Mip came to rescue them. She then flies away never to be seen again. Zoe is Charlie's girlfriend. She likes to push Charlie to do better, but Charlie rarely accepts that. She seems to be human-shaped with ginger hair.